On the board.
Lovely. You've got the pens and everything.
Oh yeah, I've
yes?
got the pens.
Fantastic.
That's fine. Not even Mary knows what I'm doing, so
No, I don't.
this will be good. Came across this a few years ago, but I never actually understood it. And it's called the circle of life, and it's the way we think about things that progresses us to whether we take action on them or not. That's not what I'm going to be. I'm going to do that initially, then I'm going to give us the reason or how the actual thoughts come to us. So we start off with thoughts, and I'm going to show you in a minute where these thoughts come from and how they affect us in everyday life. And it's not just me, it's everybody. Doesn't matter how much money you've got, or how far up the food chain you are, everybody gets affected by this. But your thoughts lead to feelings. And it's these feelings that determine whether we take action. And it's the action that determines the results. And it just comes back to the thoughts again. I say action, it can also be inaction. But where do these thoughts come from? It's three main areas where our thoughts come from. If I can just say, when you turn the computer on, it's like when we're born. We are a fresh piece of equipment, sort of thing, where we have no programming, no thought process, nothing. So the first thing that determines where our thoughts come from is what we're told. So it's verbal. So if someone says to you, don't do that, that's dangerous, well actually it's only dangerous for them. But you will think, John Smith told me that's dangerous, I now feel apprehensive, I won't take the action, so I won't get the results. But if someone says, go ahead and do it, you think, well, John Smith said do it, I feel really excited about taking the action. So you take the action, and you eventually achieve the results. Do you agree with that?
Yes, absolutely.
Second one is modelling. So you haven't been told anything verbally, but you've seen someone do something. Let's say, for example, someone's at the front of the room speaking to people, and you've got aspiring speakers out there. But they see this person make a mistake, and they hear comments made in the room about the mistake that gets made. So because they've heard them comments, they model on what the person has done, and they think, well, if he's made a mistake, I don't want to go up there and do this talking. So I'm not going to take the action I need to take to get the results. But if they see someone up there being really successful, they will inspire them to take the action. So their thoughts will be, yeah, I want to get up there and do it. I feel really excited about getting up there. 2 years ago, you wouldn't have had me here. I promise you that I would not have been here 2 years ago. You'll take the action, and the results will come. And the third one is specific incidents. Something may have happened, you're not modelling on anybody, you're not listening to anybody, but something may have happened which inspires you. And you think, I was really excited by what that person done. How much money he made from that has really got me going. So you think about it, you take the action, you feel really excited, you take the action, and the results will come. But it can also be other things. Think of driving a car. How many people in here have had to learn to drive? Everybody. Who's old enough? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a given thing that everyone now learns to drive. So it's a specific incident. So you don't give up when you're learning to drive. Another good one is walking. When you're a toddler, a year old, and you're learning to walk, Do you give up? You're a fresh, fresh thoughts. You don't know what failure is, so you don't give up. You just keep trying and trying and trying until you get it. So you think, I want to walk, I'm going to get up and I'm going to keep trying. Doesn't matter how many times I fall down, but in 3 months' time I'll be walking and running. But yeah, when you get to 18 years old, you've heard people say, you don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because he got laughed at, and he said it doesn't work. Don't want to do any of that. I feel really anxious. I'm not going to take the action. I'm not going to get the results. That's 95% of the population. But if you ignore what people say, you model the successful, because the more successful people you model, the more successful you become, and you follow what they do, your thought process will completely change. The feelings about what you do will change. The action process will become a lot more positive. You'll take a lot more action, and the results will come. So I got told I couldn't do something many years ago, and now I'm up here doing it. I'm modelling a lot of people and trying to become successful. Well, not trying, I will. Trying is a bad word, because trying means you're willing to fail. I will become as successful as they are, and I will copy what they're doing. That, I think, is really, really powerful.
It is.
And if you can follow it, more model the successful and try and get rid of all the negative verbal things you've been told in the past, because there's plenty of them. And you'll be told them now. You'll be told them tomorrow. Ignore them. You control the outcome of where you want to be, no one else. Okay?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Go on then.
Number 3, specific.
Incidents.
Pardon?
Incidents.
Or incidents.
Yeah.
Right.
So, football match, someone takes a penalty and misses.
Yeah.
That's a specific incident,
Okay.
which means the player next door doesn't want to take the kick, in case he misses like he did.
Oh, I see. In case he misses.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you won't take
it's
it.
a specific incident.
Right. Yeah.
But if a player goes up and scores 10 times, suddenly you've got everyone wanting to do it, because they'll want to.
Yeah. Everyone want to do
Yeah.
the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
But if someone fails at something, time and time again, people will avoid it, because I've seen him fail, so I don't want to do it. I feel really anxious about taking the action. The results aren't going to come.
But when we think about it, babies learn without thinking about that.
Yeah, exactly. They have got there's nothing there. When they're born, they're a clean slate.
Yeah.
There's nothing there whatsoever. It's when we start saying no to them, between the age of 0 and 5, we say no to a baby 40,000 times.
Yeah. That's true.
And that's what starts programming them to say, well, we can't do that, we can't do this. But what we should be saying is, not no, but this is the way you should be doing it. And we need to try and bring them up differently to model what we do to get themselves a lot better chance of succeeding when they get to school age and beyond.
It's so true.
It's powerful. I
Yeah.
really, really enjoyed it when I learned that. And I think if we could get that out to more people, we could actually get more people out there taking the action they want to take.
Yeah. So what do you write at the top? Sorry, the 3.
That's 3 main areas.
Oh, 3 main areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you turn on a computer for the first time, we have to program it. The most powerful computer you've got is what's up there. And that's where the programming comes from, verbal modelling, specific incidents, which creates that. Okay?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Oh,
Thank
absolutely.
you very much.
No problem.
That's excellent. Thank you.
If you don't mind,
Go on.
I would like to add to what Peter said.
By all
Yeah.
means, because the improvement is phenomenal.
I will show you how powerful the thought and the feeling is. Because according to the quantum physics, these two, okay, because we were taught that our thoughts are the most powerful, okay, but not anymore. The thought plus the feeling, okay, put together, they are at least 10,000 times stronger in getting results than just those two icons on their own. And there is a science in it. There are people who are actually teaching others nothing else but the thought and the feeling and how to put it together. That is called the 2-point practice, okay? And the way they do it, and that was discovered by a chiropractor in America. What he has done is, by accident, when he was treating a patient, he has put his fingers in 2 different places on the body of his patient, and the reaction shocked him, okay? What has happened is that the body of that patient started moving completely uncontrollably, okay? So he took that further, and in order to get the results, he created a practice called 2 points. So what you do basically, okay, and is this, you cannot do it on your own. If you're doing it on your own, you've got to do it with your bed at the back of you, okay? Because when you actually join the 2 points together, the unknown force is pushing you back. So when the chiropractor is showing this movement, he actually has got another person standing behind a person he is using his treatment on, yeah? So I will do it for you right now, and I will start moving, okay? But I will try not to fall, okay? So you can do it the same. What you need to do is you need to basically join together your thought with your feeling, okay? And the way to do it is you put your leading hand just above your pelvis, okay, on your body, and you put your feet together, and then with the other hand, I've got to do it like this because I'm right-handed, and with the right hand, you basically close your eyes and you move your leading hand searching for the mutual point. And if you see me moving, you know that I've found the point. Okay? So that's the power. Now, this practice is used by many people to achieve results. So they do this 2-point thing. For instance, they want to achieve a goal. Say I want to buy a car, okay? So I am doing the 2-point in order to get my thoughts to produce results together with my feelings, okay? So that's what done. You can use that to heal somebody, you can use that to achieve goals, whatever. So that is, just as Peter was saying, I reminded myself of this thing, which is really, really powerful. So before we go on break, I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight about Dolphin Global Network. We have started last year, and initially it was going under a different name, and my former partner is here today, which is very nice to see him. And in September we started as Dolphin Global Network because Arnold decided to do something else, and I wanted to move this forward, and I am doing so. We are currently in 4 cities in the United Kingdom. We are in Manchester, Liverpool, Stoke-on-Trent and Nottingham. We have membership packages which are offered to our members, and we can happily discuss those packages outside of the meeting, so we can sit down and basically discuss this further. We have 3 different packages. We have a bronze, silver and gold package. Our aim is to actually inspire people to take action, and Peter's presentation is ideal for that because it's very simple, it's very clear, and it's easy to understand. And this is precisely, really, Dolphin Global Network in a nutshell. Okay? Thank you, Peter, for that, because it is what really we are. We are for ordinary people. We are not for people who are already successful. We work with them, absolutely, because we would like them to share their knowledge, experience, and their wisdom with people who come to see us. But we are for the small people. We are for individual business owners. We are for small businesses, medium-sized businesses. We are for people who are currently working in a career. Maybe they want to improve their life in so many ways. There is so many ways that we can improve our life currently that never ever before there were so many opportunities. So these meetings are designed and designated for people who are looking to achieve their goals, to be putting this in a simple way. So we are really fortunate to work with some amazing people. We have had here and in other cities very inspiring people, very successful people. We have had people who have gone through tremendous lows and highs in their lives, and who have had falls, who have had lack of success, and they are now successful. People who have decided that I don't want to do what I have been doing so far. I want to just stop and maybe share my experience with others. So this is what we are about, and we are really, really fortunate to have fantastic members, fantastic attendees. We have people, we have lots of coaches coming in as well to our events. And I've had a pleasure of doing some videos with them because we have started a YouTube channel, so you can go to Dolphin Seminars on YouTube and you will be able to see some fantastic conversations with people who have got so much to give, but they had a little opportunity to do so because of their work commitments and so on. So that's us, and we are hoping that by the next 6 months, this room is going to be full, and every room around the country, including new cities that we are opening, are going to be filled with people who want to share and build communities that are helping each other to grow. So, if I can invite you now for a 5-minute break, okay? Replenish your tea, coffee, go to the bathroom if you wish, get to know each other a little bit more, and then we will have a presentation by Frankie. So welcome back to the second part of our meeting, and I would like to introduce you to Frankie Kington, who is an entrepreneur. I met Frankie about 9 years ago. Goodness me, that's a long time. We have done some project similarly at this, basically, we weren't working together, but we were with the same company. And Frankie was so inspiring that we have been meeting each other on regular basis, discussing lots of things and so on. And since last year, since September, we joined forces again under the Dolphin Global Network brand. And Frankie is one of our first members who has taken a package, and we are working together to grow Frankie's business. Frankie is going to give us a little bit of insight about what he's doing and then his presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that lovely introduction. I'm very happy to give my first presentation for the Dolphin Global Network. My name is Frankie Kington. I'd just like to say thank you for all being here. It's nice to have family and friends here as well as business associates and entrepreneurs. My talk is going to be about myself and about what I do as an entrepreneur. I'll look a bit about the background as me and why I'm actually here. But please, I'd like you all to get involved with my presentation. I'd like to be a little bit interactive, if that's okay with you. So if you agree with it, I'll just say yeah. Just say yeah, I agree with you. Excellent, yeah. So before I start my presentation, what I would like to say is, Arnold, what do you expect from my presentation? What do you want to hear today?
I don't know. Everything about what you want to share.
Thank you, Arnold, that's great. Mary?
Giving us good inspiration.
Excellent, thank you, Mary. Peter?
How you've got to where you are today and how you plan to move forward.
Thank you, Peter, that's great. Roger?
Your journey, really, from where you were before to where you are now, and how you achieved it, and
Thank
how
you,
far,
Roger.
and how far you want to go.
That's great, thank you. Courtney?
What inspired you?
Thank you, Courtney. And Maria?
I would like to learn from you some tips for turning the negative into positive. Things that have been hard for you to overcome to achieve your dream.
Thank you, audience. So I'll start with 10 minutes with myself. Don't worry, I'm not going to bore you here, so just look a bit at myself, why I'm here and how my journey and why I'm here now today. I was born in Manchester in 1969 in a place called Garton. Then I moved to Ardwick and I lived there for a number of years, about 10 years. I lived in Garton for 12 years and they were very happy years in my life. I had a very loving family, loving mother, loving father. Even though I came from a broken home, I knew a lot about faith, a lot about beliefs, a lot about qualities. And that really helped me get to where I am here today. As I realised as I was growing up, my education wasn't the best. But I realised that growing up, that's something what I could work on, something what I could improve on to get better as a person. And I managed to do that. I experienced a lot of sadness in my life from racism and bullying. And that really helped me to become stronger, become a better person, to become a well-balanced person. Okay. What I learned about life is the hardships what I've been through have made me the person what I am today. And since being that little baby, like Peter talked about before, I've been growing and growing and learning as a person. And that's really important. What I'd like to say is that the lessons I've learned, have made me a better person and have made me a stronger person. And I'm hoping that I've affected my friends and my family around me as well. And I'm sure they've seen a change in me as well. I think that's really important. What I'd like to do with you now is I'd like to do just a little, not an experiment, but just a little. Arnold, could you pick a fruit, please? Or just pick a fruit, And if you pick that fruit, could you write down all the qualities of that fruit, please, on your paper?
Say fruit.
Just a fruit,
Mango. Oh.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you can put it down. Just put the qualities of that fruit down for me, please, on that paper. Mary, could you do the same, please? And Peter, could you do the same as well, please? And Rosie, could you write down that fruit as well, please?
Any fruit.
Any fruit. Put down the quality of that fruit and describe it, please. Yeah. Candice, could you do the same, please? Got a pen? just write down the qualities of that fruit and describe that as well, please, on that piece of paper. Thank you. Is that okay? Everyone happy with that?
Yeah,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Thank you. The reason why I'm doing that is because this fruit, yeah, is obviously unique. But this fruit, yeah, is unique to so many people around the world. And it will have qualities and tastes which people like and can feel and can taste. So every fruit will serve different people around the world, and people will enjoy that fruit. So every fruit has a function in life, and millions of people enjoy that fruit and eat that fruit and get pleasure from that fruit. Yeah, but it's unique. It's a fruit which is unique. Okay. Now what I want to talk about is me as an entrepreneur. What I really want to talk about is mentoring and talk about coaching. Why mentoring and coaching? Well, growing up as a kid, I've realised all the mentors in my life who have taught me something about my life, whether it's good or whether it's bad. But a mentor is something who teaches you something. Everyone knows the important mentors in our life, and there's two people. They may be together or they may be apart. But they're mentors and they help us grow and help us who we are, and they watch out for us. I would say it's our mother and it's our father. But what about our brothers and sisters? What about our friends? Surely they're mentors, and they teach us something about our life, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And what about coaching? How many people coach us throughout our lives? When we go to school, we're coached by our teachers, maybe coached by our friends, but we definitely coach in life. So for me, mentoring and coaching is a pivotal part of our life. And we all need mentors and coaches for us to grow, to be stronger, and to be better people. That's every one of us. So sometimes people think, well, what is a mentor? Mentors are all around us. Everywhere we walk, we see a mentor, we see a coach. And at this stage in my life, I see so many mentors and coaches, and how much they've helped me progress and helped me grow as a person. And I'm sure as entrepreneurs, these people help you grow as a person as well. So people may be asking, what is a mentor? What is a coach? I'll give you a brief description on that. So mentoring from the front line. And I'm sure we've all got our own ideas of a mentor and what that is. But mentoring helps people understand and work through change, and so contributes to the achievement of the mission or strategy. Mentoring helps people to learn and support self-development. So how many people are here are learning or self-developing? Thank you.
We all are.
Yeah. So we're all learning, yeah?
We all are.
Including myself. Excellent. Yeah. So we're all learning. So we know the importance of self-development. But what is it? So we identify our own mentors. Can you identify your own mentors? Do you remember these mentors? What have they taught you? Can anybody name any famous mentors?
Tony Robbins?
Tony Robbins. Who is Tony Robbins, Roger?
I think he's a motivational speaker.
Thank you. He's a motivational public speaker. Anyone else?
Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor.
And who is Bob Proctor, please, Anna? Could you mention that, please?
Yes. So he's a coach, mentor, but also an inspirational figure, like a keynote speaker.
Excellent. Thank you, Arnold.
And changing like mindset switches.
Excellent. Anybody else?
Les Brown.
Les Brown. Who's Les Brown, Maria, please?
He is an inspirational speaker and coach. Brilliant speaker. Brilliant mentor.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you.
And another one that we need to mention, John Haynes from International Coaching Academy in Liverpool.
That's right, yeah, John Haynes International. who's somebody I need to meet as well, yes. So,
Yeah, yes, you do.
yes.
Absolutely fantastic guy.
Excellent.
That's the first thing you need to do when you go to Liverpool.
Yes. Is meet John Haynes, yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, audience and friends and entrepreneurs. Thank you for that. I'm going to explain to you and identifying your own mentors and the importance of that. Who took an interest in my welfare and development at a time when I was taking on challenges, such as starting a new job. Are you aware of that as a mentor? Who has been a useful role model in my life? Who's helped me to uncover and use a hidden talent or ability? Who's helped me face and resolve a different situation in my personal and professional life? Who challenged me to acquire a new vision and take a new direction? Who supported me to acquire a new vision and take a new direction? So famous mentors. We've talked about famous mentors. I name a few here. Haydn, Mozart, Clive Davis, Carlos Santana. These are famous musicians. Sports, Alex Ferguson, Wayne Rooney. I'm not mentioning any Manchester City players, so I'll keep that out. Brian Moore,
Why not?
Ian Baldwin, and Viv Richards. All famous mentors. And mentors are people we look up to, because I've looked up to these as mentors. Greek history, we have Athene, Telemachus, Heracles. These are all Greek history and Greek figures of mentors. What are the benefits of mentoring? Well, a mentor is for a mentor and a mentee. And it's really important because mentoring and mentee is like a mother and father relationship. The two relationships have to work together to form a relationship, form this bond. So mentoring, the mentor and the mentee play an important role as a coach does and a coachee. The benefits of mentoring: wider perspective on the organisation and the market, improved strategic thinking, extended business networks and enhanced business opportunities. So that's the power of mentoring. Mentoring is important because every day we do it in our lives and coaching. But when you put it in practice as an entrepreneur, it goes to show the importance of why mentoring is so important. Hello, Roger.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question. Is that okay?
That's okay, Roger.
Yeah, so what would be the difference between a mentor and a coach?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I've got that here, Roger. So a coach has the same relationship and a coachee, a mentor and a mentee. Two special relationships. Mentoring and a mentee, the key aspects here are implications beyond tasks, capability and potential, best offline or external, agenda with learner, reflection by the learner, long term, feedback, intuitive and implicit. That's the role of the mentor and the mentee. The coaching and the coachee, task orientation, skills and performance, online and offline or external, agenda set with or by coach, reflections for the learner, and shorter term, and feedback is explicit feedback. So mentoring is a step of stages, what we're told to follow and see where we get the results. Whereas coaching is a set of questions to coach that person to dig deeper in their life to find the answer for themselves, so they take action. So was that clear, Roger, the difference between mentoring and coaching?
It's clearer, yeah.
Is that clear? Okay. We talked about the fruits and how unique they are. I'm talking about you as people and entrepreneurs, how unique you are. And you all have a mission to serve people, all different types of people in walks of life. That's why you're here. So what I want to touch on now and talk about is a UBS. People want to know what is a UBS. It's a unique branded solution. Okay. Now we're all unique, and we're all brands. Candice, name me a famous brand. Lush. Rose, name me a famous brand.
Adidas.
Adidas. Arnold, name me a famous brand.
Louis Vuitton. No, Prada.
Prada. Yeah. So you all name me a different brand, which are unique. Yeah. And these brands have a solution. Would you agree? The solution to everybody. But this brand is very popular. Yeah. It's a brand what people trust. It's a brand what people like. So we have a unique branded solution. Entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen, you all have a unique branded solution in you as entrepreneurs. And I'm going to explain to you what a unique branded solution is. So we have a unique branded solution, yeah? It's called the UBS. This unique branded solution is a formula to help transform or change somebody's life. So me working as a youth, working with youth, doing education and training and mentoring and coaching, yeah, I have a formula to transform and change somebody's life. That is unique to me, what I put in practice and tested as a result for my life. So maybe you're asking, what is Frankie's unique branded solution? And I'll share that with you. Yeah. My unique branded solution is called the dynamic, excuse my writing, sorry, dream formula. Okay? The dynamic dream formula. That word dynamic dream formula spells out dream. So this word I want you to think of. And I have a formula to transform people's lives. D stands for dynamic. Okay? R stands for relationships. We all know the importance of relationships. We have them every single day in our lives. As entrepreneurs, we want to be dynamic. That's what entrepreneurs are about. E stands for education. How important is education? How important is education? Growing up
Is vital.
is vital. Yeah. But as I'm going through this dynamic gene formula, it's everything what I've been related to my life, so everything's connected. Because I know about that and experience that in my own life, the importance of this formula. A, association. We're all here today as friends, entrepreneurs, and people who want to get on in the world and help people. So we know the power of association, which is really important for every one of us and all of us. Okay? And we have M, motivation. Now we all need motivating. Yes, including myself. That's why I'm here today, yeah. Hopefully I can motivate my friends and family here and entrepreneurs. Okay. So that is a dynamic gene formula. And that is a formula what I put into my life and tested it. And I found out that that actually works in my life. Yeah. So now I have a unique branded formula, yeah, which I can use to help people transform their lives. Courtney has a unique branded solution or a formula. Candice and so on are the people who hear this room today. Yeah. But it's just finding that formula and putting that into practice. Everyone agree? Everyone understand that? Everyone
Yeah.
Any questions? Everyone's fine. Excellent. What I will do, I will show you now some examples of a unique branded solution. That is one picture of a unique branded solution. As you see, the picture is very unique. It's that lady's brand, and it's a solution as an ACE mentor on legacy, a PSA member, Dean Patina, and that is a unique branded solution. Is that clear to everyone? Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
There's another unique branded solution as well. An elite PSA member, Mark Bryant. And if you notice, usually the formulas and solutions are very unique and different to each other, but it's their own design. There's another one as well. PSA Fast Chat member, John Mesa, the Knowledge Seekers University. They're great, aren't they? Don't you think they're good solutions? Yeah? Okay? Great solutions, great pictures, yeah? Any questions on that? No. So my unique branded solution is a dynamic gene formula. So what would mine be? Mine would probably be a head. Yeah? Big head. And obviously dynamic, relationship, education, association, and motivation fit inside the head. So I designed it as my unique branded solution. And what this does, it shows us that we're professional experts authority. Because we all want to be authorities and be experts in what it is that we do. So this shows us that we're a professional expert authority. Is everybody clear on that yet?
Yes.
We're okay for time with it, yeah? This is where we start, a little scale, what I want to draw out for you, yeah? Unknown. So with unknown, we started out. We're just learning the tricks and the trade of what it is that we need to do, and the skills and the professions, yeah? And we learn through reading and studying and learning, as Peter said, and modeling from others, the professionals. So with unknown, yeah, so that's the first stage we're at. The second stage, we may become a specialist. A specialist at what we do. So what could we be earning there? 50k? So we're beginning to learn our trade now, we're becoming a specialist. We're beginning to get somewhere. We're beginning to get results. People are beginning to know who we are. We're starting to build confidence and learning from the best and learning from our friends and people around us. So we become a specialist. So we're working our way up now. So now we become an author. 50 to 100k. An author is someone who starts to write, who starts to influence people. Maybe want to write a book, maybe do blogs, forums. They look a bit more known, people get to know who we are. We get to associate with what we do. So now we're working our way up and we learn as we go along. The next one is an expert authority. What does that mean? We become a professional expert authority. That means we learn a lot more and we know a lot more. Maybe we might have books, we may have audios. That's a powerful word for an authority. Somebody who has books, an audio or a podcast on names or letters behind them. So many people know they can trust and they can go to. So we're becoming now these professional expert authority. What could we be in there? About what, 500k a year? And then we go to be a celebrity. $500k to $1 million a year. That's a celebrity. What does that mean? We start to mix with the sports people, the stars. The people start wanting to maybe mentor them, maybe coach them. Do you have the skills? So the celebrity, now you start attracting big names. And that's when we start becoming, ooh, big names. What do these big names want with me? I'm just Frankie Kington. Who am I to be? Why do you want to come and see me? Maybe I have some solution or something what I can solve for that person. We all have a solution and a problem what we can solve for anybody. We must remember that. Nobody's perfect. So the higher we go up, the more people, celebrity status or more famous people become what come into our environment. And it's really important to remember that we don't want to be celebrities and have our own films and stuff like that, but we may become across a little celebrity because people trust us who we are. We have a solution what we can solve, we have a brand who we are, and we're unique. And it's really important to be authentic and to be unique as who we are. That's what attracts people to us. Our uniqueness and our authenticity is really important. Yeah. So as we go up, we become this celebrity and we become a professional celebrity. And we start to attract more people into our lives. So the fruits what I talked about are all unique. And you all have these qualities of these fruits. And you've written down, haven't you, what these fruits do and describe what these fruits do. They're unique. You as people are all unique. You as people have a brand. You as people have a solution. Yeah. But you find that solution through trial and error and learning and sometimes failure. But we learn as we go along as people. Okay. So the 3-stage model, what we call a 3-stage model to mentoring. There's the exploration, there's the strategies, there's methods, there's maximum benefits, questions and answers, and how long does it last? That's usually what people want to know when you mentor. Because mentoring and coaching is really important for us all. Is that clear? Does everyone understand that? Is that clear?
Can you just repeat just the few points you just made? Yeah.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah.
Right. So exploration, you want to know a little bit more about exploration, those here, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, exploration. Yeah. Sometimes it depends, Roger, on how long the mentoring or the coaching relationship lasts. You may need to explore a little bit about a person. Sometimes that takes longer, or it might take less. So exploration is about exploring what that person is looking for. Sometimes the mentoring and the coaching relationships, yeah, may not be the mentoring and coaching relationships what you want, and you may have to move on. But the exploring is really important. So you're going deeper into a relationship, and you see whether that person is right for you in that relationship. So we do the exploration. It may take 6, 7, it could take a long time or a few months. Yeah. And we talk about strategies. Everybody needs a strategy to solve a solution. So we have strategies. What are those strategies? And we sort that out with the actual mentee or the coachee. What are the strategies? What is the solution to their problem? Is that clear, Roger?
Yeah, because most people want a solution to their problems.
Yeah. And there's different methods what we can use as well, so we can experiment with methods. But the most important thing is that the mentor and the mentee and the coaching, it's a special relationship between you both. If you have that special relationship, that function will work very, very clearly and very, very professionally for both of you. So you're both learning something and growing together. Is that clear? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I'm interested to know is what fruit, Arnold,
What?
have you picked? Can you describe that fruit for me, please?
So I choose mango. It's soft, nice texture, amazing taste, and sweet.
That sounds just like you, that Arnold. Mary, could you explain your fruit?
Strawberry, which is fresh, tasty, and very easy for cooking to make good recipes.
I like that.
Apple. Crisp, fresh, tasty and juicy.
Excellent. Maria?
Blackberry. Blackberry,
Blackberry?
healthy,
Yeah.
nourishing, and very sweet.
Excellent. Roger?
I chose raspberry
Why raspberry?
because it's healthy and it's when you eat it, it just kind of melt in your mouth, and it's very smooth. I like things that are smooth.
Excellent. Connie?
Watermelon, juicy, healthy, and green.
Excellent.
Was that sorry? I couldn't hear that. Sorry.
Green and red, watery
Yeah, and healthy.
and healthy.
So, and what was the fruit? What was the?
Watermelon.
Oh, watermelon. Yeah.
You want Candisa? Is that yours? Okay, sorry. So the point I'm trying to get here now, you've explained a unique fruit, but that unique fruit will serve millions of people around the world. And that unique fruit has qualities which can relate to your life, or can relate to you, and can relate to you, Peter, and so on, and people in the audience.
Could the choice we made relate to the character, to the kind of person we are?
Exactly, Roger, yeah. That's why I asked you to do that. That's a very important point, Roger, yeah. Yeah. So all these fruits are unique, but they all serve somebody. Don't they? Is that right? So we as people are all unique, and we can all serve somebody with what we do. So that's why I want to explain and demonstrate that to you. That everything in life and what it is has a function for somebody to help us solve a problem. Like these beautiful fruits, what you just explained there. Is that clear?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's a great choice because it makes you think.
Thank you. Is there any questions? Anybody would like to ask?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
Could you tell us, when you created this unique branding solution,
Yeah.
what actually prompted you to do this? Is it your experience, life experience? Is it just a fact that you knew that you need to create something to be part of you as your own invention, so to speak?
What I normally hear to answer that question, yeah, we all want to become professional expert authorities. Yeah. And when you look at the unique branded solutions, I look at them pictures and think, they're incredible pictures. But I think this really helps us as entrepreneurs, so that if we want to help solve a problem, we can show this unique branded solution and show them the steps to help them solve a problem. Not only that, it makes us look professional as well, and makes us feel expert and authoritative. But I think it's really important as well to put the solution, or the UBS, to make sure that you can not just describe it, but show to people that you put this in your life and transform this with your life. So that's important to have a unique branded solution. Most of the professional, as far as I'm aware, professional entrepreneurs and speakers have a UBS, or a unique branded solution. Now we all have our can all have one of these solutions, have our own designs. I think that's what's so unique about it. So I think that's the reason it shows to people that we're professional at what we do, and it shows them a blueprint that we can transform or change somebody's life. Does that answer your question, Maria?
Yes, it does. Just to add to it, you chose the encryption of word dream for your unique branding solution. Can you tell us why did you pick that particular word?
Well, I think as a child, yeah, we all have dreams. And I had many dreams when I was a child, especially in my bed, yeah, when I was in the bed. Yeah. So you have loads of dreams. And I think children have a lot of dreams when they're young. And everyone dreams one day that will do something dynamic with their lives, whether it's win the pills or do something dynamic. So I honestly believe that we all have dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And these dreams, we hope one day that we can make them into reality. So I think the word dynamic dream is really important because we all have dreams and we all want to live up to them. And I think dreams as well is really important because dreams, as Peter said, helps us to take action. With the right support and the right information and right knowledge and people around us. So that's why I went for the dynamic dream formula, because every single one of us, every single person has dreams which we want to fulfill. And dreams are really important.
So obviously when you were creating that unique branding solution, with this particular words that are representing each letter for the word dream,
Yeah.
can you give us a little bit more insight? What was the reason to actually pick those particular words instead of any other?
That's interesting because them words, yeah. My life has been quite dynamic. Even though it's been a struggle, it's been very dynamic. Because I've always felt like a cat with 9 lives. I've always felt like I've cheated death in some way. Or I've got away with that, or I've got away with this. I can remember the time I nearly got killed by a bus. I remember the time I nearly drowned in a swimming pool. I remember the time I got into scrapes and fights and managed to get away from them. And something told me in my life that I've got 9 lives and I've got away with them 9 times. There must be something more deeper for my life why I keep getting away with these things. There must be something more than me just blaming everybody else for my problems and taking my anger out on everybody else. So I realised very deeply that there's a lot more meaning to my life. Yeah. So my dream formula was a lot of things what I experienced in my life. Yeah. It was dynamic. I had to build a lot of relationships with family, my mother, my father. Relationships are really important. I've had good relationships, I've had bad relationships, but they are relationships, yeah. I know about education, because we all need to be educated, yeah. I know about the power of association, because we want to get on in the world, we need to associate and mix with the best and hopefully people who can help us. So I realise the importance of being around the right people at the right time, and the negative influence what has caused me a lot of suffering to move away from them. So association is really important, and everybody needs motivating. So I can say that everything what I put in the dynamic dream formula is everything what I've experienced in my life and what is important to my life and to everybody's life. Is that clear, Maria?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think it's very inspiring what you just said, yeah.
Any more questions? How long have I got there?
You've got 5 minutes.
So thank you for that. So I really hope that you've all took something away from this, and I really hope that I've inspired people as well to realise, yeah, that they have this incredible solution, not just for their own lives, but a credible gift as well, to help people solve and transfer their lives. I believe that we're great teachers, I believe that we're great educators, and that's why I teach with Advanced Phoenix Training Enterprise, because I want to work with youth, because I know the effects of helping youth. Me growing up as well, the struggles I had as a youth, so I think it's really important that mentoring and coaching, yeah, and public speaking and motivation are the 5 key aspects for me as an entrepreneur, which which I feel are really important for everybody today in this world today, because we all need them 5 aspects: teaching, education, mentoring and coaching. And I understand the importance as well as I've got older to ask for help.
Oh yeah, that's important, because
To ask for
sometimes
help.
we just ashamed to ask for help when we need it, because we don't want to be laughed at and things like that, yeah. But we have really to put that on one side, and because 99.9% of people laugh at you, if you meet them later on in life, they probably achieve nothing.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
That was brilliant.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So I am sure that everyone is going to take something away today after today's presentations. And let me just to continue a little bit. Oops, sorry. And could I ask you to take part in mini presentation? What is a mini presentation? Basically, you've got between 60 and 90 seconds to tell us who you are, what you do, what is your unique selling point. So what is the real thing that you are doing in order to help others, and who you are looking for, and to finish with just one little sentence which will help us to remember you by. Okay? So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll jump.
But that's a good thing for me to go first, because usually I choose to go last. So going first, I think is really important. Now, one of the things I want to achieve is that I want people to connect, because the French side of the family is great. Everybody can relate to each other. The English side of the family, unfortunately, is quite divided. And I'm not judging anyone or any country or anything like that. It just happened to me that way, and it's really getting me. Because it's really for silly reasons, yeah. So, and I am also interested in cultural diversity and how we can bridge the gap. Because at the end of the day, we all yearn to be accepted, to be part of a group, yeah. But we got to accept people are different. So we got to check maybe our glasses and look into the world with the other people's lens, so you can see the world in how they see it. So it's, for me, it's all about learning, listening, observing, and learning. And that big O in the middle, observe, if you split it into, it becomes a mixing connection. And one of the things that I do like is a quote from Nelson Mandela. And it goes, if you talk to a man in the language he understands, goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, goes to his heart. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you very much. Frankie, would you like to go next?
No.
Okay.
Would you like to, no, come on.
No? Okay.
Come on, I'll come on, you can do it.
No, it's okay. Peter, would you like to tell us?
No, okay.
I've been nominated.
Yeah.
20 or 60 seconds. Peter Kettle with Mary, Kettle and Kettle Coaching, which we're building part-time at the moment because I do deliver fish during the day.
I like fish.
At the moment, I'm being told I've been quite inspirational to a lot of people because of what happened yesterday. and basically I'm refusing to stop because life has to go on. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to sit down and bawl my eyes out because I've lost one. Because one of the last things she said is, you will not stop. When I go, you will keep going. You will make a difference. And that's what I'm intending to do. And I'm going to be inspiring people and showing them, look, stuff happens in life. You can let it affect you or you can control it. And you can keep moving forward. And that's what I'm doing now, and I've been told by a few people I've been helping them move forward and keep going forward. So that's my goal, is to be helping as many people as possible. And by the end of the year I want to be doing bigger presentations than that one I've done, because I think there's a lot more I can give, but I've got to get the practice to do it. And there's also a lot more I want to teach people. So that's where I want to be by the end of the year.
Brilliant.
And with her up here with me as well.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Arnold?
I thought Mary's.
Mary, you
Yeah, come on, Mary. We're trying to do the scale. I'm Mary, I'm the other half of Peter Kettle's Kettling Coaching. I am looking to help people who have been through anxiety and depression through their child trauma. And we're also looking to do business coaching as well. And of course, helping the family as well while he's at work. Yeah. Okay.
fantastic.
Arnold?
Well, shall I start? First of all, good evening, everybody. For me, almost a year ago now, that I was standing in front of this event. And what I'm doing now is I'm the owner of Learn Global, and what we do is to learn people globally. Started almost 2 months ago my own TV channel where we're going to broadcast inspirational people. So, if you one of the inspirationals that want to go on TV, by all means, I'm here.
Is it scheduled yet?
So, I will say, come to me if you have any questions. We got a couple of events coming, but I'm not here to promote, I'm here to support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. A little bit more about myself. I am a business coach predominantly. I work mainly with startup businesses and businesses which are existing up to 5 years. So basically beginners on the entrepreneurial journey. And in my experience, I've had many businesses, from a travel agency to cleaning businesses, to construction companies, through shipping companies, and I've enjoyed tremendous lot. So what I'm doing at the moment is organizing these events, but I also work with my clients on daily basis, and I am available 24/7. Whether I am at the other side of the world, I am available on the phone via any communicator, any time of the day or night, because I know my customers need me if they call me. So I am there available. But at the moment, I am also halfway through my book, which is called My Life, My Success. The book is based about everything that I have gone through and the lessons I have learned from those experiences. I'm hoping that it is going to be ready by the end of June. It's slightly delayed because I'm just too busy at the moment, and I didn't run my schedule through it. But I am halfway through, so I've got 5 chapters, 5 more to go, and I'm really enjoying the time of looking into my notebooks and picking up the stuff that I have forgotten. And when I look at some notes, I laugh, I cry, and I'm thinking, how did I forget that? So I hope that this book is going to be a motivation for many, because the way it is structured and the thoughts, experiences, dreams and objectives are there, and many people that have been my inspiration, my motivation, and in many ways people who hate me as well, because when you do something in life, you've got those who will say, "Aye, fantastic," and you've got those who will say, no, that's not for you.